Welcome to Passport Romance Stories, where we share real and cautionary tales of love, trust and heartbreak abroad. Today's story follows a man who thought he was building a future in Thailand, only to discover the life he was investing in was never truly his. He spent nearly 2 years building a dream that was never going to be his. By the time Jeff Turner realised the truth, he was standing outside a house he paid for, watching another man unlock the front door. And at that moment, everything made sense. But to understand how it got there, you have to go back to where it started. Nottingham, England. Grey skies, routine days, quiet evenings. Jeff was 58, recently retired from a management position, and living a life that felt finished. No real excitement, no relationship, just the same streets, the same weather, the same thoughts. So when he booked a 2-week trip to Thailand, he wasn't chasing anything extreme. He wanted change. What he didn't expect was her. Her name was Sunisa. They met during his second day, far from the busy tourist areas of Bangkok. She was warm, attentive and easy to talk to. Not loud, not pushy, just calm. She listened, and for Jeff, that mattered. What started as casual conversation quickly turned into something deeper. They spent the rest of the day together, then continued to meet for the duration of his stay. Sunisa spoke about her life in Isan, her family, her village, and eventually her dream. She wanted a small house, nothing extravagant, just something peaceful, somewhere stable. Jeff listened carefully, and somewhere along the way, that dream became his too. When he returned to England, they stayed in constant contact. Daily messages, video calls, plans. 3 months later, Jeff flew back to Thailand. This time, it felt different. This wasn't a holiday anymore. They travelled to her village in Isan. It was quiet, slower, more traditional, and that's when she showed him the land. It belonged to her family, a small plot surrounded by trees, with open space and endless potential. Jeff stood there, imagining it, a house, a future, a new life, and for the first time in years, he felt certain about something. The idea came naturally. He would help build the house. At first, it felt practical. Construction in rural Thailand was affordable compared to the UK, but this wasn't just about the money. It was emotional. Every transfer, every payment, felt like progress towards something real. They planned everything together. The layout, the bedrooms, the kitchen. Sunisa would send him photos daily. Concrete being poured, walls going up, roof taking shape. Jeff watched it all from his phone in England. It became his routine. Wake up, check progress, talk to Sunisa, plan the future. And with every update, he felt more invested. Not just financially, but emotionally. Months passed, then small things started to shift. Nothing obvious, just subtle changes. Sunisa became slightly harder to reach. Sometimes she wouldn't answer calls. Sometimes she seemed distracted. She explained it simply. Family busy. Village problems. Jeff didn't question it. Then came the cousin. At least that's how she introduced him. A quiet man who occasionally appeared in the background of photos, standing near the construction, sitting outside the house. At first, Jeff didn't think much of it. In a village, people come and go, but the appearances became more frequent, and something about it didn't feel right. Still, the house was nearly finished. At that point, Jeff had transferred almost all the funds. This wasn't just support anymore, this was everything. Finally came the day. The house was complete. Jeff booked a one-way ticket to Thailand. This was it, a new chapter. When he arrived in Isan, everything looked exactly like the photos. The house stood proudly on the land, clean, finished and real. For a moment it felt perfect, until he noticed something. A motorbike parked outside. Not one he recognised. He walked closer. The front door was slightly open. And then it happened. A man walked out, holding keys. Comfortable, familiar, like he belonged there. Jeff stopped. His mind tried to make sense of it. Then Sunisa appeared behind the man. Calm, not surprised, not panic, just calm. "This my husband," she said. Just like that. No build-up, no explanation, just the truth. In that moment, everything collapsed. The cousin, the distance, the missed calls. It all made sense now. Jeff stood there, trying to process it. He wasn't the partner. He wasn't the future. He was the funding. The conversation that followed was tense, but short. There was no argument that could change reality. The land wasn't his. The house wasn't in his name. And the man standing in front of him wasn't leaving. Within hours, everything shifted, from partner to outsider. Jeff packed his belongings into a suitcase. Clothes, documents, a few personal items. That was all that he could carry. As he stepped outside, he paused. The house stood exactly as he had imagined it. The design, the structure, the details. Everything he had planned, but none of it was his. From the balcony above, Sunisa and her husband watched quietly. No anger, no emotion, just distance. Jeff walked away, no closure, no answers, just the sound of his suitcase wheels against the ground. Back in England, the silence was louder than ever, but this time it wasn't just loneliness. It was something heavier, a constant replay of decisions, of moments, of trust. The house still stands in Isan today, strong, complete, permanent, a perfect home, built on a story that was never real. And for Jeff, that's the hardest part. Not just losing the money, but realising the future he believed in never existed. Looking back at everything, where do you think Jeff should have walked away? We'd like to thank Jeff, who shared this story. And if you have a story of your own, you can send it in completely anonymously. And if this story stayed with you, don't forget to subscribe for more real stories from around the world.